What is up, Nisi Gang, and welcome back to the channel. So if you are new here, hey, hello, how you doing? I'm glad that you're here with me. But if you back, what is up, OGs? Y'all already know how this thing go. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. We're gonna go ahead and get into it.
Remember, I'm him. Rest of my chains in alcohol, never to the green, I ain't never been false. Show don't ever really come and keep living on my name, cause I'm really that raw, yeah.
So as y'all can see by the thumbnail, we are going to be discussing some social media and influencer insecurities, things that are very common but not talked about a lot, in my personal opinion. And we are going to talk about a few tips and things on how to combat them. So the very first thing I want to talk about is the look. Okay, so a lot of influencers have a certain look, and what I mean by that is the kind of face full glam beat 32-inch bust down Coke bottle body type of influencers. And before we get started, I want to say, like, this is not talking about any influencers. This is not speaking negatively on any of the influencers. I just want to point out some things that make other creators, especially up and coming creators, a little bit insecure, and just teaching them like a few things. So like I said, there are a lot of creators now who are a part of like the wig influencer journey. And oftentimes what I've seen recently is that everybody wants to be a wig creator because everybody wants to have that hair. They want to have the wigs with the full face of makeup, with the like body of a goddess type of vibes. And the thing is, when you're an up-and-coming creator, or when you're a creator who doesn't fit that aesthetic, it can cause you to become a little insecure about yourself and force you to try to change things about yourself. For example, I am a natural hair girly, okay? I love my natural hair. I love my curls. I've talked to y'all a lot about my journey, me dyeing my natural hair and trying different things with it. Now, don't get it confused. I will wear a nice wig, okay? For my birthday, the red hair that I had, that was like right here, baby, that was a wig and it was beautiful, okay? But what I'm saying is, most of the time in most of my videos, if I am not wearing braids that I've done on myself, if I'm not wearing braids or passion twists or protective style, I am wearing my natural hair. And I have begun to notice that over time, I saw so many creators that were in the wig influencer or in the beauty industry that was only wearing wigs or only wearing hair in their hair. And for me, a natural girly who loves to dye her hair, that became an insecurity because I started to think, okay, am I not fitting the look of everyone else? Like, should I get into wig making? Like, should I try to start installing wigs on my channel just to add to my content? But I had to take a step back and realize that's not the type of content that you create. And it doesn't make sense for you to do that, because the thing is, once you start creating content like that, then there are people who like that content who are going to be coming and looking for more. And I'm not going to want to do it because it's not the type of content that I like. The same thing with makeup. Yes, I'm wearing makeup in this video, but most of my videos, y'all gonna see me in at most some lashes and some gloss. I just recently learned how to do my own makeup. If y'all saw my LA video, I actually talked a little bit about that. And I've been doing a few makeup videos because it's become a nice hobby for me. However, I am not gonna get on here every single video with my face fully beat or all of that, because it's just not something that I desire to do. And also, I found myself getting to the point to where I was like, okay, if my makeup isn't done, I can't record anything, because I'm not gonna be getting on here looking like a plain influencer when everybody else on here has their face beat. They look amazing, like they have this full glam, eyebrows, eyeshadow, all of that in their videos, and I felt like I wasn't up to par with them because I didn't look like that. The same thing when taking my Instagram pictures. If you follow me on Instagram, most of my pictures has just my face, and at most, again, I would wear some lashes and some gloss. And so I was used to that, but as I started to grow as a creator, I'm just like, okay, should I start doing this more or in every photo? Because I am not adding up and I'm not matching to what these girls are doing. And so it started to make me look at myself a little bit differently. The same thing with like shape. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, it's the girlies be girlying. Do you hear me? They really do, because they be like top to bottom beautiful, like even from the way that they dress, the fashion, it's very unique, but it's also kind of similar. And so I, as a up and coming and getting into fashion creator, was a little bit worried because I'm like, my style is very different. For one, I'm a huge tomboy. Most of my outfits are gonna include some type of jean, some type of pants. But I'll, wear a skirt every now and again, wear a dress every now and again. And although I'm building my fashion sense, at one point I started finding myself shopping to fit the look of a creator instead of shopping for things that I actually like. And that caused issues because I felt like I didn't have anything to wear because the things I bought, I really bought it for other people and not for myself. So it's very important to make sure that you know your look and you understand that as a creator, you have to do what works for you. Like, is it okay for you to come on here every day with your face beat? Absolutely. Is it okay for you to have some regular videos? Absolutely. You don't have to be dressed down from the 99 and 2000s in order for you to look good on camera. You can still make the type of content that you want to create without having to compromise your looks and yourself and your authenticity in order for you to fit in with other creators. The next thing I want to talk about is not having the creator aesthetic. Now, y'all, I understand that we love a good all vanilla, low exposure, very, very modern type of vibe when it comes to decor and filming. Not everybody likes that. I'm not even going to sit here and say that that is the look that you have to have. Now, I will say that as you grow as a creator, if that's something you start to turn to, because if it's your style, that's different. You can do videos like that, but you don't have to have the best home. You don't have to have the same decor or the same aesthetics. I like black in my kitchen because I love black in my kitchen. You can have a pink kitchen. You can have a green kitchen. You can have a kitchen with the brown cabinets and the white countertops. I do. And that is fine. Just because your home doesn't look aesthetically pleasing does not mean that you can't create really good content. The same thing with the type of shots. When the low exposure shots came out, a lot of people wanted to do that style of content. And it is a beautiful style if it is done correctly. If you don't shoot shots that are built for low exposure, or you don't shoot them in low exposure properly with the right lighting, it's just gonna look like dark content. And it will actually hurt you more than it helps you. So yes, I think it is cool to do some shots like that, but not everything has to be done like that. What a lot of people don't realize is there is so many different ways to edit content, to color correct content, to color grade content. Different colors and different styles give off different emotions and different vibes. And if you're filming everything in one style, in one vibe with the same shots, you're always going to be pushing out content that looks the same. And it doesn't look like you are growing as a creator because you're trying to fit this aesthetic of what you feel like a content creator should look like. And then piggybacking off of that, the influencer process. I have changed my thumbnails more times than I can count. Y'all can look through my page and see how many times I've changed my thumbnail, how many times I've changed my intro and my outro, my banner, all of that. Because I'm a creative person. As I grow, I like to try new things. And if I like something new, I'm gonna switch to that new thing. The biggest thing was everyone had the same thumbnail layout, the 3 to 4 pictures with the exact same font. And although it is a beautiful style, never knocking anyone else's style, what it does is it makes you blend into other people's content because no one can see you for you because you're trying to be like everybody else that posts. The same thing with editing. Editing plays such a big role in how your content is portrayed. The style of editing that you do, the B-roll, the footage that you use. A lot of people use the exact same editing styles, the same transitions, the same text. And what that does is it literally just makes you look like someone else's style. And you can't really express yourself in that way. Me personally, as a creator, I feel like the way that I put my content out, the photos that I use, the type of content that I create is very important because it lets me know who I am as a person. And it is okay for me to change. It is okay for me to try something new. It is okay for me to add like gifs and funny parts into my videos. That is absolutely okay. And you don't have to film like your favorite creator or edit like your favorite creator in order for you to grow, because you don't want to be stuck in the cycle of doing something that you don't want to do. And the last thing in this video that I want to talk about is the influencer lifestyle. Y'all, it is okay to have a different life than the people that you see on YouTube. Not everybody is an entrepreneur. Not everybody is single. Not everybody is married. Not everybody has kids. Not everybody is a parent. Not everyone has the luxury of going out every week, going on vacations 4 or 5 times a year, spending at the highest Dolce & Gabbana, Louis Vuitton, all of that. Not everybody has that life. We don't. It is okay for you to desire it and to build to that point, but just because you don't have it right now doesn't mean you don't have the means to create content. For example, most of my content started off when I was in a school apartment. I had just had my daughter and I was trying to figure out how to be a student and a parent. A lot of my videos and content centered around that. As I grew and as my life changed, I made my content change. So I went through a homeless journey. I documented that on my channel. I went through getting a new place. I documented that on my channel. Yes, I am building the lifestyle I want to, as far as like traveling with my business and as a videographer, traveling for modeling. All of that is a part of my life. However, my lifestyle is not very aesthetically pleasing and romanticized. It's not. I know how to create good shots of the lifestyle that I live. That's the difference. It's all, again, going back into editing. I know how to create shots to make everything look good, but I'm always going to be honest in my creation. I am not going to create content that looks like I'm out being single. I am not. I am married. I've been married since 2019. I've been with this man since 2014. So nothing in my content is going to show me living the single girl life, because that's not who I am. And that's the same with my actual life. I've had someone tell me that maybe I shouldn't make vlogs or content including my kids because it doesn't fit the influencer aesthetic. Baby, I had 2 kids. I had to push them out naturally. Y'all gonna get these kids on this camera, okay? I'm not gonna cut my kids out of my work and out of my content because it doesn't fit what someone else's life is. My channel is based on my life, which is why it's a lifestyle channel. It's based on the life that I live and the life that I am building to get, not the life of someone else that I'm trying to replicate so that my content can look good. What do you need? You're supposed to be taking a nap. I'll take a nap. And I know some people might take this video offensively and some people may not understand what I'm trying to say, but this actually happens more than you think. There are a lot of creators. I'm in a lot of like groups to connect with other creators to help them grow and all of that. And I've seen so many young creators saying they don't have the setup. They don't have the lifestyle. Their life isn't interesting. They don't get to travel. And what it does is, for all these aspiring creators, it starts to build insecurities in them and make them self-doubt who they are authentically, and then they try to replicate the world in order to fit in. I am not going to do that. I am going to do this journey because it's my journey. It's no one else's. And it is okay for all different types of creators to be on this platform. That's what the platform is for you to find people who are like you, but who are also different. And I feel like personally, you can learn different things from different people's lives just by watching their content. But if you're trying to be like everybody else, you're not letting people see who you really are. You faking and flogging for the camera. I'm not that person. I'm not gonna fake this. First of all, with as much editing and content work that I have to do in order to grow, y'all gonna get the real me. I am not going to be this person that someone else is, because then I'm gonna wind up looking back over my content and I'm gonna be miserable because I didn't do what I wanted to do and I wasn't myself. And then it's just going to look fake. And also, when people meet you in person, if you're not the person on the camera, then they also gonna be like, okay, she is just creating stuff just to create it, because this ain't really how she is. What y'all see on that camera is what you get. I'm not gonna cut myself out of my content. And so I wanted to just encourage other creators to, yes, learn new things, especially about yourself, learn new editing techniques, learn what works for you, but do it for you. Don't do it to look like anybody else. Don't do it to be like anybody else, because what you're gonna do is make yourself miserable, and then you be crying in the corner because you feel like your stuff is falling apart because you're trying to create someone else's life. But that's it, and that's all for this video. So if y'all want me to talk more about my influencer journey and any other insecurities that I did not mention in this video, definitely drop it down in the comments below. But if you like the video, go ahead and give it a like. Like I said, if you guys want to say, drop that thing below. And if you want to see more, then don't forget to subscribe so you can check in with me and hit my notification bell like that, so you can catch up on every time that your girl posts. But that's it, and that's all. I love y'all. Be yourself. Don't be nobody else.